Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, the show that digs into the science and tech shaping our world. We all know about software viruses. We install antivirus, we use strong passwords, and we try our best to avoid suspicious emails. But what if I told you the most dangerous threat wasn't in the software, but was physically etched into the very heart of our devices, the microchips themselves? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a subtle and dangerous threat: Hardware Trojan Horses. A hardware Trojan is a malicious, intentional modification of a circuit inside a microchip. Think of it like a secret agent embedded deep within enemy headquarters. Unlike a software virus that you can often detect and remove, a hardware-based threat is permanent. It's physically part of the chip and remains there as long as the device is in use. This makes it a particularly nasty form of attack, capable of undermining every single layer of security you have. The potential for damage is immense, from slowing down your device to completely shutting it down or leaking your most sensitive information. So how do these things even get into our devices? The problem lies in the very nature of the modern semiconductor industry. A single microchip's journey is a global one. It might be designed in the United States, using third-party intellectual property cores from Europe, then fabricated in a foundry in Asia, and finally assembled and tested somewhere else. This fragmented international process presents numerous opportunities for a malicious actor to introduce a Trojan at almost any stage. At its core, every hardware Trojan has two main parts: the trigger and the payload. The trigger is the secret switch that activates the Trojan. It can be designed to respond to almost anything. It could be a specific, rare set of calculations happening at the same time. It could be a sequential trigger, like a digital time bomb, set to go off after a certain number of operations or on a specific date. Triggers can even be activated by external things, like a change in temperature or a specific radio signal. This stealthy nature makes them almost impossible to find during standard testing. Once the trigger is activated, the payload is deployed. This is the part that does the dirty work. A payload could be designed to alter the chip's function, degrade its performance over time, leak confidential data like your passwords or cryptographic keys, or cause a total denial of service, effectively bricking your device. The potential consequences of a successful Trojan attack are alarming. A Trojan could be designed to manipulate the power consumption of a chip in a specific pattern, secretly transmitting a cryptographic key to an external observer. It could be triggered to cause a complete system failure at a critical moment. In fact, some have speculated that the mysterious failure of Sirius radar defense system during an attack could have been caused by just such a hardware backdoor. Finding these microscopic saboteurs is a massive challenge. One method is physical inspection, which involves literally delayering the chip and using a scanning electron microscope to compare the circuitry to the original design. This is effective, but it's also incredibly expensive, slow, and destroys the chip in the process. A more advanced, non-invasive technique is called side channel analysis. This involves monitoring the physical characteristics of a chip, its power consumption, electromagnetic emissions, and heat output. By comparing these signals to a golden chip, a known trusted version, researchers can spot anomalies that might indicate the presence of a Trojan's hidden circuitry. Given how hard detection is, prevention is key. The number one priority is securing the supply chain. This means thoroughly vetting every single partner, from the designers of third-party IP cores to the foundries that manufacture the chips. Engineers are also developing design for security techniques. One method is obfuscation, which makes the chip's design intentionally confusing and hard for an attacker to modify. Another approach is to design chips to be incredibly compact, leaving no physical space for a Trojan to be inserted without requiring a major, and thus more easily detectable, re-layout of the entire chip. The threat of hardware Trojan horses is a stark reminder that in our hyper-connected world, security is a chain, and it's only as strong as its weakest link. While the challenge is significant, the ongoing battle between attackers and defenders, fought with vigilant design, secured supply chains, and innovative detection techniques, is critical to ensuring that the invisible threat in our microchips remains just that, a threat, and not a catastrophic reality. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online.